This is one of the coolest ways to play Magic I've ever heard of in my entire life, and I just found out about it. It's called a digital rotisserie draft, and it works like this. 8 players get together to do a digital rotisserie draft. Now, a rotisserie draft functions like a fantasy football snake draft. So you can see when it gets to round 1 here, the player who takes the Jace Memory Adept is also taking this calculation, and then the Fable player takes the Utopia Sprawl, so on and so forth. This is the beginning of our draft. There are 12 total Magic sets that were picked for this rotisserie draft, 12 random Magic sets, and of those 12 sets, any card printed within those sets is available to be drafted when it's your turn. The 12 sets are Shadows over Innistrad, Magic 2014, Khans of Tarkir, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, Dissension, Journey into Nyx, Lorwyn, Urza's Legacy, Dark Ascension, Scars of Mirrodin, and Mirrodin Besieged. Now, if it sounds complicated to try to know how all of these different cards work together, we have a Scryfall search that includes all the cards from the set. It's a very complicated process. You get up to 24 hours to make your pick, right? Once it's done, once we all have 40 cards, we're gonna sleeve up the real cards, get together, and play. There's 24 different players playing 3 different pods of the same exact 12 sets. And you're building a classic 40 card deck, 23 playables, probably 17 lands. And among those 24 players, it includes all varieties of, Magic designers, former Magic designers, Magic pros, other game creators who make content online, and we all can see what each other are taking, right? Because it's public information. So for instance, I wanted to make a blue-red Delver deck because I could see Young Pyromancer was available, I could see Delver of Secrets was available, Ponder. There was a lot of stuff that I wanted to do. And so I started my draft with Ponder, wrapped back around here, took Treasure Cruise, seemed like a great plan. As I get back around to take Young Pyro, nope. The player that took Grim Monolith and Koth decided to take Young Pyromancer, which absolutely tanked my strategy. And just like in any kind of snake draft, when somebody takes the player or the card or the whatever that you want in that draft, you get kind of bent out of shape, you talk some smack, and you move on. After Pyromancer got taken, the deck I pivoted into was pretty cool. I ended up in this blue-green fairies tempo plan. It includes some flash stuff, a little bit of ninjutsu, Mare of Avabruck, which, flips over, the same with Duskwatch Recruiter, because if you don't cast a spell on your turn, they're werewolves, which, bodes really well for flash creatures like fairies. I barely touched black because, black was still available, so I was able to get, Woodwind the Biting Gale, and I was able to get Thieving Sprite. I drafted Crop Rotation and Rancor, a bunch of efficient counterspells. I got Sword of Feast and Famine out of Mirrodin Besieged, so I could put that on my fairies. Some pretty good counterspells, like I mentioned, and I did get the blue-green bounce land, as well as Otawara and Boseiju, as well as Crop Rotation. So I can, I can instant speed Crop Rotation to put a bounce land into play, bouncing Boseiju or Otawara back to my hand. And I even did draft the Colossal Sky Turtle so that I can get back those channel lands after discarding them. Overall, I'm actually very excited about my deck, and I've never played this format before. I can't wait to get together with the other players whose decks I obviously know because we can all see each other's picks, but it's really fun. I'll be playing in a couple weeks. I'll probably make a whole video about it when it happens. But digital rotisserie draft, guys, who knew? One of the coolest things in Magic that I've ever heard of.